What's up, everybody? Pete with Auto Repair Tips. Had a guy bring me a 13 Town and Country. Said he was driving along, check engine light popped on, runs fine. He just wants to make sure he's not going to cause any damage. So let's check it out. Got your normal tire pressure light, pretty much is on in every car I ever get in, and the check engine light is on. Don't feel to have a miss. Take it for a ride down the street. All right, driving along, it's just check engine light. It's not overheating, no misfires. Everything appears to be pretty good. All right, so our next step, let's go ahead and throw the scanner on it and see what we got. For those of you that don't know, that data connector is located just to the right of that hood release. To get the scanner hooked up, we don't need to start the engine. We just need to turn the key in the on position. To do that, just hit that button one time. If everything's working correctly, it should do an auto detect. I shouldn't have to manually put the car in. I tell you, that's one thing I don't like about this snap-on scanner. It constantly has to be rebooted. It's a pain in the butt sometimes is what it is. But after rebooting it and going through 5 steps of process to turn it back on, it finally picked it up. It's a 13 Chrysler with 3.6. Miles are 148,151. And that's what we have up there. So let's hit OK. So far, we're okay with reading it. Display engine, go to code menu, codes, the thermostat rationality. So based on 42,000 repairs, it fixed it almost 11,000 times, replaced the thermostat. Basically, you have a lazy thermostat. It's operating just not like it should. So let's see where we're at. Let's go ahead and start the car. Let's look at some live data. I do know the customer drove it in, so it should be a little bit warm. According to the gauge, it's not even at a quarter. So let's see where we're at here. So it says the engine coolant temp is 132 degrees. After doing a live data test, it kind of confirmed it is a bad thermostat, but I'm gonna do a visual on it to make sure. After checking it over, there's plenty of coolant in the car. There's no other leaks anywhere. Everything looks good. It's just gonna be a bad thermostat. That thermostat is located right down here, just under the air breather. All right, that's the part number to the thermostat, 724203. This is your thermostat with the gasket, and that right there is what normally causes the code. It either rots a little bit or it gets weak. Let's get it on the car. The first thing I'm gonna do is remove the power steering reservoir. That's held on with a 13. So check this out. My 1/4-inch drive busted a few weeks back. I got pissed off and got ready to throw it away. Snap-on man saw me, walked over to me and says, man, he says, you know, if I sell that on my truck, it's like 300 bucks. If you let me send it in, they'll give you a replacement for 183. So brand new one, 183. Not a bad deal, because I used the crap out of this thing. 3 times the charm, right? Pull the hose off. Take the cover off. Set the filter aside. And this is just, it's just stuck in there. So just give it a yank. Someone's just been in that one. Pretty clean. One thing I like to do is get a little bungee cord. Just pull this back out of the way, because if not, it'd be getting in your way, fighting you, and you don't need to get pissed off. All right, just by doing that a little bit, that exposes this thermostat housing. Make sure you put a bucket underneath it, because when you take that housing off, fluid is gonna come out, I can promise. Two 10 millimeters. When replacing a thermostat, you push the bottom half down and turn it counterclockwise, and it comes off just like that. The tension in the spring, this one has got 10 times the tension. Watch, see how I can depress this one all the way? I can't even hardly budge this one. It's normally harder going back in, and yeah, they probably make a tool for this. I just don't have it. Definitely got more tension going. Let me hold this steady, you do it. So I'm gonna hold this flat, and you may have to, you can push down that if you want. See how much more stronger that spring is? And trying to put the thermostat in, old and brittle plastic, little piece broke off right here. So now we got to get a housing for it. All right, guys, we're regrouping. This is the part number, 49559. It is not worth the aggravation. For $7 more, get the freaking assembly. Let's get it on the car. All right, guys, this is your bleeder valve. Once you get this installed, you're going to crack this open. Get your clamp back on. Make sure your gasket's off. This one already comes with a gasket. Put your bolts back in. Don't over torque it because you will crack the plastic. Crack your bleeder valve. Take the radiator cap off. Start filling it up. Just keep your eyes on it and watch it. See it coming out? Once it starts coming out like that, you know all the air bubbles are gone. All the air is out of the system. Tighten it back up. Now we'll go ahead and put the breather back on and finish filling it up. Next thing we're going to do is start the car. Cut your heater on inside. Make sure it's blowing hot. Once the fans cycle one time, you're done. Put the cap on, and that is it. We are on our test drive. No check engine light, and that gauge is sitting steady. That's what I like to see. That is it for this video. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Catch you later.